the biggest issues surrounding the post that Creepshow art allegedly made to lolcow was the fact that she was saying pretty mean things about other creators who she claimed to be friends with. And she says some pretty mean stuff about other creators who she has had drama with in the past. And some other people have released screenshots to show that Shannon may have just been lying through her teeth the whole time. What's crack, it's VangelinaSkov, and today we are going to be talking about Creepshow art. Now, I'm not going to go into talking about everything that's happened up until now with the lolcow posts and the stuff going on with Emily Artful around Creepshow art. I'm going to continue under the assumption that you already know what's going on, but if you don't, I've already made 2 videos about it, so you can check them out if you want to. But if you already know what's going on, or you feel like you don't really need to know what's going on, then we can just, we can continue with this video. So we've recently got a couple of statements from people who were close or acquainted with Creepshow art. One of these is Ready to Glare, who was very good friends with Shannon, and was also one of the people that Shannon allegedly made posts about on lolcow, which just weren't very nice. Another person is Hopeless Peaches, who has had some drama with Creepshow art in the past, who is now speaking up about some very unsavory conversations that they had. And we're going to be talking about the stuff that Cringey recently shared about her conversations with Creepshow art, and the reasons why they left a very sour taste in her mouth. A couple of things to say before we get into that though. Firstly, if you haven't already, then I would really appreciate if you please subscribe to this channel and turn on all notifications. Make sure it's all, not personalized, with that little bell button right beside the subscribe button so that you can get notifications when I upload. Because my uploading schedule is very erratic. I've tried having one, and it's just not for me. I'm more of a upload when the video's ready type of person. And while I have your attention, please, if you haven't already, check out the limited edition Pride merch. There'll be a link for that in the description. The design is really cool. It's one of my favorite designs that I've had for merch, although I love all my merch. I'm just gonna say that right now. But it's just super cool, so do check it out. I really appreciate it if you do that. Final thing, gonna say before we actually talk about the video, for very obvious reasons, I need to say that everything in this video is alleged. It is based off opinion and speculation and not on fact. So with that in mind, let's move on. And first, we are going to talk about Ready to Glare. Now, I'm pretty sure in my first video that I did about the situation, I mentioned Ready to Glare in it because she was processing things and things like that. And she was somebody who was friends with Creepshow art or Shannon. And unfortunately, was one of the people that Shannon allegedly wrote mean things about on lolcow. Mean is kind of a subtle word to be using, but my brain is not making words right now. Now, I was actually not aware of how close they were until I watched the video. I mean, I knew they were friends, but I didn't realize how close friends they were. I didn't realize it extended to real life, in person, meeting each other in person and sending each other gifts and things like that, which Ready to Glare talked about in her video. Speaking of the video, that's what we're going to be talking about. Ready to Glare uploaded a video talking about her feelings around the Creepshow art situation and telling us a little bit of extra details, as well as some stories from her past, which were really strikingly similar to this situation. And so now I can finally say, after months of people bringing up Ready to Glare on my channel and me always forgetting to watch one of her videos because I don't know why, she's never in my recommended, but I finally watched a video from her. Also, I'm gonna say as well, pretty sure that her name is Julia, but I'm not 100% sure, and I don't feel like having people shouting at me if I pronounce her name wrong, so I'm going to just call her Ready to Glare for the entire video. Anyway, so to talk about what she actually said in the video, one of the things that she brought up was the fact that when these allegations came out, she didn't believe them. She believed Shannon. Because obviously they're friends, and you're not gonna be quick to believe that your friend would say such horrible things online anonymously and say such horrible things about you online despite you being friends. And she did originally tweet out in support of Creepshow art because she believed that this was a stalker. However, she now says that she doesn't believe that anymore, that she doesn't believe Creepshow art's story, and that she does believe that Creepshow art herself did make these posts on lolcow. But the question is, what changed her mind? And that is mostly because she looked into IPs and spoofing IPs, which, if you don't know, Shannon was saying that a stalker had been spoofing her IP for all these years and making all these posts. But she looked into it and realized how difficult it was to be spoofing multiple devices for so many years. And it also had to do with the fact that the mods on the site had confirmed that this was Shannon, or at least allegedly confirmed that this was Shannon, because the IP was consistent. It was consistently hers, it was consistently connected to her. She also said that there was another situation which happened where another friend of hers years ago was posting about her on lolcow, and the mods had also confirmed that, and it turned out to be true, and that friend confirmed it was true. I won't get into that because it's not entirely relevant for this video, but if you want to know more about that, you can go and watch Ready to Glare's video. I'll link it in the description. Although I'm sure half of you have already watched it already, so. Another interesting thing that she mentioned was that her and some other creators who were, I guess if you want to say victims of this situation, of these posts on lolcow, had made a group chat together to try and figure out how they could find concrete evidence to prove whether Creepshow art was innocent or guilty. Either way, just to know for definite what was going on. And what she said was that she can't say one way or another if it was definitely Creepshow art who made these posts, but that she herself does believe it to be true. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say on that situation. Like I said, if you want to know the backstory of the other friend this happened with, you can go and watch her video. Now we're going to be talking about Hopeless Peaches. Now, Hopeless Peaches has had a huge amount of drama with Creepshow art in the past. And I won't get too much into it because one, I don't fully understand it myself. It's very confusing. And for two, it's not entirely relevant to the situation. I just want to talk about the emails that Hopeless Peaches showed in their video that they made about Creepshow art. So there was a lot said in the video, but there was one bit in particular that interested me that I want to talk about, which was to do with a video which Creepshow art had put out. It was early access for members of the channel, and at some point Shannon said that Hopeless Peaches had been giving out her phone number, giving out Shannon's phone number. Now, Hopeless Peaches did not see this video, but a friend who was a member of Creepshow art did see it and warned them. And they panicked, didn't want something like this said because it wasn't true, and emailed Shannon asking if that one bit of the video could be taken out. Hello Shannon, it has been brought to my attention that you are accusing me of doxing you in your latest video currently up on your Patreon. Now, Hopeless Peaches does point out that they thought that this video was on Patreon, but it was actually a YouTube members early access, so it was just a small little bit of confusion there. I want to formally ask that even if you wish to keep the rest of the video up, that you remove this. This is actual slander, and I worry that real doxing will happen if you post this video so haphazardly. Not a single person has access to my DMs with you. Only what is in the document is what is shared at the request of the authors. I know you have made bold claims to defame my name, but so far this is the only claim I know is legally slander. Please remove this. I don't want a real case of doxing happening due to a video made in the heat of the moment. Now, it is a very stern email, but it's a stern situation where you kind of need to be a little bit strict, like, hey, not okay, please remove this one bit. And Shannon responds, I literally don't accuse you of doxing me. Also, I don't have a Patreon. So no, I say if the people who have made the document have seen the full context of the screenshots, they would have seen my phone number, which makes me uncomfortable. If they haven't seen the full context, that makes it even worse, seeing as they're drawing conclusions from faulty information. I didn't accuse you of doxing me, and the assertion that I did is false. And then Shannon went and made a response to this on YouTube saying, update. Peaches emailed me saying that I accused her of doxing, which I did not. I stated at 23:10 that if the people who made this document had access to the full DMs, which I would assume since they are comfortable speaking on what exactly was said in them, then they have seen my phone number. However, Peaches has said that the people who made the document didn't see the full DMs, and no one besides me and her have ever seen the full DMs. She stated outright that only the 2 DMs in the document were shared, which makes the inclusion of these DMs even worse in that regard, because they literally took 2 completely out of context screenshots on her word and made assertions because of that. So it's a little bit confusing because she's saying, oh, well, they did see my phone number, but if they didn't see my phone number, it's worse, so I'm not taking back the phone number thing. So I'm confused. I'm not saying that Shannon's completely in the wrong. I'm not saying that Hopeless Peaches is in the wrong, because again, I wasn't caught up in this situation when it was going on. And then Hopeless Peaches responded to this in an email saying, Hi Shannon, as you are aware, I've made an apology on my community post. In regards to your claim of me sending out your phone number, this is indeed a claim of doxing. The definition of doxing is search for and publish private or identifying information about a particular individual on the internet, typically with malicious intent. Now, I have people who are being convinced by your video that I have done this, which is a criminal offense. Please remove or update your video with proper edit. Using my email about this as a gotcha moment to claim I am a liar comes across as gaslighting. You and I both know the repercussions of claiming somebody as a doxer. Enabling my concern of this as me lying, again, is plain toxic. I'm emailing you, so this is private. I have said my apology, and Camilla and I are on neutral terms now. I hope with time you realize what kind of claims you have levied against me, and to stop slandering me on the internet. You continue to heart comments stating I have never apologized, and hide the fact that I have, even apologies shown in the doc you covered. I hope in the future this ends. So again, trying to keep this private, trying to say I did apologize, but you're not acknowledging that I did apologize. I'm gonna tell you guys straight out. I'm reading these on my phone and I can't see, so I'm gonna put my glasses on because I genuinely cannot see. I cannot see, and I keep reading the words wrong. And you know, in a YouTube video, it's kind of important to say the words as they're supposed to be. I never accused you of doxing me, and even in your definition, you should have realized that what I stated is not doxing, because I didn't state that you tried to publish anything or even had malicious intent. I stated that if the DMs were shown in their full context, then my number was also shown to the people making the document. I updated the video with a pinned comment with what you said, which is enough an update. Unless you would like me to talk about this more, dragging this out longer. Also, me displaying what you said to me was not used as a gotcha moment, because I also wanted to make sure that I wasn't accused of taking you out of context or lying, as you have stated I have done numerous times. I showed the email because I don't want there to be any questions about what was said. The thing is, like, I'm not going to talk too much about this because this is old drama, but it's like, I can see on both sides why everybody would think, I'm going to take my glasses off. I can see on both sides why everybody would think that they're right in this situation, but I can also see a lot of stubbornness in this particular email, especially with just not saying, yes, Peaches did apologize. Like, that's an important piece of information. It really, really is. But then we get into claims that there is no apology, with also which apology. There's also this bit here where Shannon is trying to say that Hopeless Peaches sided with somebody who wanted her to die, but Hopeless Peaches is saying when this person made this comment, so it was a comment in a Discord saying they hope that Shannon got which I can't say in YouTube, so it's been censored out, I'm sorry, but saying that they wish that. And then by default, Shannon is saying that Hopeless Peaches, who supports this person, is saying that they want Shannon to die. When Hopeless Peaches is saying, I wasn't even there when this conversation happened. It was in a Discord server that I don't own and I wasn't in at the time. It's very weird. But yeah, I guess wishing death on me is a mature response. What did you tweet? Oh right, you're questioning the motives of someone who doesn't immediately accept your apology. Well, I'm questioning the motive of you for supporting wishing death on me. And here's where we get particularly bad. And this is the part that I have an issue with. You can disagree though. However, if you continue to lie, if false information continues to be pushed, I will literally have to comment on this, and I have screenshots of everything now. So it will no longer be a she said, but oh look, Shannon provided literal evidence. Cool. There's a reason I haven't talked about this any further and I have continued to make content, and that's because I want this to be over. I don't want anything to do with you, and I will never speak of you again if you stop talking about me. But if you, Carmen, Jar, and whoever else keep going, I will absolutely respond. This is a very, like, Gabby Hanna sort of threat. Alleged threat. You gotta stop talking about me or I'm gonna keep this going. Like, that was the exact thing that Gabby said in the phone call with Jessie Smiles. Like, you're gonna write an apology, a public apology, or I'm gonna keep going. Like, it's that kind of thing. Again, I could be misinterpreting it. Like, that's just my own opinion. You can disagree, but that's just the kind of vibes that I get from this, is like a very, I'm gonna keep making things difficult for you kind of threat. Anyway, that's all I'm going to talk about on the Hopeless Peaches situation. I just wanted to point out those emails and the kind of threatening behavior. Again, Hopeless Peaches does go into more detail in their video, so that will also be linked in the description. You can check that out if you want to and get, you know, fuller context. And they also go into some more other things and opinions on the lolcow post, so you can check that out. Another thing that I'm going to talk about, and I'm going to keep this one brief, I don't want to read all the messages to you, but it is the screenshots that Cringey recently shared on Twitter, showing a conversation that she had with Shannon after the whole lolcow thing was exposed. Now for context, Cringey or Charlie and Shannon or Creepshow Art have had some communication in the past. They've been friendly with each other, they've talked to each other. And when this all came out, Charlie didn't know anything about it, claims to know nothing about it, and just saw Shannon's own post on Instagram saying that a stalker had been harassing her for years and had posted stuff on lolcow pretending to be her, spoofing her IP. So Charlie claims she took this at face value and messaged Shannon to say, hey, I'm so sorry this is happening. Now, they had a full-on conversation, which is why I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I will show it to you. Obviously, you're probably already looking at it right now. But in it, Shannon basically relays the whole story of the stalker, which is eerily similar to what Emily Artful has said about her own stalker. Again, I've already made a video about that situation, so you can check it out if you want to, if you haven't already. But it was basically relaying Emily's story, and now a lot of people are questioning the validity of Creepshow Art's claims of having a stalker. A lot of people think that she's just saying that this was happening, so that if Emily ever came out and said, I have a stalker, Creepshow Art can say, no, you were copying me. And Charlie claims that she was sharing these screenshots because she feels lied to. She feels like Creepshow Art was just trying to flip the narrative and say that Emily's own story was her own, when in fact, she was the stalker. Again, all alleged, all opinion, all speculation. Anyway, guys, this video is long enough as it is, and that's all I want to talk about for today. So that's going to be it for now. Like always, please do let me know in the comments what you think about this whole situation. And if you don't feel like commenting about that, then leave me a comment down below letting me know what do you think is the best angle for this ring light stuff. Do you think it should be here? So I do like a little anime thing. Do you think it should be here so I can be Wally? I don't know. Here so I can look like I have wings on my nostrils. Anyway, subscribe, turn on notifications. You can also check out the Pride merch, and you can also follow me on social media. Thank you very much. I keep saying this, I want 10,000 followers on Instagram so I can have a little swipe up thing, so when I have a video I can actually share it to you, because I can't do that now and it's very annoying. But I'm like really far away from 10,000 subscribers. What? No, Siri, not you. No, sorry. Oh, and one more thing that I wanted to add in the video was the fact that Creepshow Art has now officially lost 100,000 subscribers since this whole controversy happened, which I don't even have that many subscribers. If we get 100,000 subscribers on the channel, I'll straighten my hair. I don't know. And she's also been deleting a lot of videos, which like, I didn't follow every single video she did, so I don't know what's been deleted, and I'd really like to know. So if anybody knows. Anyway, like, comment, share, and do all the things that I'm supposed to ask you to do at the end of the video, and have a wonderful day. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!